all of you under 30, this is called a map. This is what we used in the last century before there were Google Maps or GPSs. And this is a terrific mobile app because you can take it anywhere. It doesn't require batteries. It doesn't even require a Wi-Fi signal. And it's incredibly handy. You don't need a manual, and it's easy to fold up, and you can store it anywhere. These are just fantastic devices.
You better let me fold this, dear. I'm the navigator in the household. You never know where you're going. I know how to fold a map.
Well, all right, I'll just be the driver. I love maps because it tells me where I am, and I know exactly what to do next. Now, have you ever wished that you had a map for your life? Well, I sure have. Just imagine how great that would be, because you would always know what to do next, what decision to make, and you would always know that you were in God's will because it's in the map. But here's the problem that we all face. There is no map. That's so frustrating. So why did God do this? It's because He knew that if we had a map, we would never talk to Him. We wouldn't need Him. We would just follow instructions, and we would only call Him if we were lost or confused. You see, if God had created us to get something done for Him, to save Him time, then sure, He would have given us a map and an instruction booklet, and He would just check in on us once in a while to see how we're doing. But that's not why He made us. I mean, He doesn't need our help. He did all of creation without any assistance from us. The reason He created us was to have a relationship with Him. He wants us to turn to Him for our daily directions. He wants us to be close to Him. You see, that's what walking by faith is. We were designed to walk by faith. But to have faith, we need to have trust, because you have to trust the person who you have faith in. And to have trust, you need a relationship, because how do you trust someone who you really don't know very well? So, you see, walking by faith leads us to trust, which leads us to relationship, which was exactly God's plan all along. He loves to be in relationship with us so that we are in constant communication with Him so He can guide us every day. Now, usually He gives us landmarks to keep us on track. So that could be circumstances, the advice of friends, reading the Bible. But sometimes all the lights go out in our life and we can't even see any landmarks, and it's very confusing and disoriented and we don't know what to do. And that reminds me of an exercise in trust that many people do at executive retreats. And that's when you're blindfolded and you have to be led through an obstacle course by the voice of a friend. And you can't see anything, you don't know what to do, and you are totally dependent on a voice. And that's what walking by faith is all about. When the lights go out in your life and you're disoriented, you don't know what to do, you have to trust the quiet voice of God to tell you what the next step is. You see, if we're in relationship with God, we can trust Him, hear His voice, walk by faith, and relax. If we trust Him, we don't need a map. To live a transformed life, you have to learn how to trust God and depend on Him for your daily direction. Now I want to hear from you. How has God led you when all the lights went out? Just leave your comments in the box below. And if this is your first visit here, then you need to get my free self-assessment guide. And to do that, just subscribe to our weekly email newsletter by filling out the subscription form right there. So I'll talk to you again next week, and ask God every day for directions.